It's been a day. Please put your hands together for all of our teen groups.
Teens!
Wow, what talent, you guys. Thank you for all of your hard work. This is Danny and Ray. We're here for adjudicated awards, followed by some high scores, followed by who will be re-competing for this age group in our closing show. Hope you guys are having a great time here. We're gonna jump right into it. Before we do, can you give these hardworking kids one more big round of applause? Please, nice and loud. There you go. They've only been up all day. Guys, when I call your group, send one person to the back to grab a bag of medallions, and congratulations on all of your hard work. We did start with number 900 from Dancetown for adjudication only. It was Antonella with If You Only Knew the Rain, receiving a gold. Entry number 1520 from Savage Dance Company, All Waters, receives a high gold. 1521 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, If I Conquer the Climb, receives a high gold. 1522 from Rhythm Dance Center, Alive, receives a gold. 1523 from Becky's Dance Studio, Addicted to Love, receives a gold. 1524 from Dance Empire, Call of the Youth, receives a high gold. 1525 from Studio J, Don't Stop, receives a gold. 1527 from Dance Spectrum, Two Heads, receives a gold. 1528 from Body Language Dance Company, 1738, receives a high gold. 1529 from Stars Dance Studio, Almost See You, receives a high gold. 1530 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Basic Instinct, receives a high gold. 1531 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, I'll Hold You Down, receives a judge's pick. 1532 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, If You Say So, receives a high gold. 1533 from Encore Performance Company, Firework, receives a gold. 1534 from Savage Dance Company, Already Gone, receives a high gold. 1535 from North Shore Academy of Dance, Encore, receives a gold. 1536 from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, Finders Keepers, receives a high gold. 1537 from Studio 61, Imperil, receives a gold. Number 1538 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Morning Bird, receives a high gold. 1539 from Rhythm Dance Center, As Long As You Love Me, receives a high gold. 1540 from Center Stage, One Way or Another, receives a high gold. 1542 from Becky's Dance Studio, Beyonce, receives a gold. 1543 from Central Florida Dance Center, Goodbye Kiss, receives a high gold. 1544 from Warehouse Dance Complex, Bittersweet Reminiscence, receives a high gold. 1546 from Studio J, No Other Man, receives a gold. 1548 from Savage Dance Company, How Will I Know, receives a high gold. 1549 from Dance Spectrum, Bomb Bomb, receives a gold. 1550 from Steps in Motion, A Little Over Zero, receives a gold. 1551 from Body Language Dance Company, Emergency, receives a high gold. 1552 from Stars Dance Studio, Downtown, receives a gold. 1553 from Dayton Dance Conservatory, Transformation, receives a gold. 1554 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Crash, receives a high gold. Number 1555 from Creative Edge Dance Center, Feeling Good, receives a gold. 1556 from Rhythm Dance Center, Duality, receives a high gold. 1557 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Eye of the Storm, receives a high gold. 1558 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Until We Go Down, receives a high gold. 1559 from A2Y Dance, Question of You, receives a gold. 1560 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, Fight Night, receives a judge's pick. 1561 from Becky's Dance Studio, Bitter Earth, receives a high gold. 1562 from Savage Dance Company, Hurt, receives a high gold.
1563 from Encore Performance Company, The Window, receives a high gold. 1564 from Stars Dance Studio, Grand Pas Don Quixote, receives a high gold. 1565 from Summit Dance Shop, Improv All, receives a gold. 1567 from Studio J, Slow, receives a gold. 1569 from North Shore Academy of Dance, Crystals, receives a high gold. 1570 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Firebird, receives a high gold. 1571 from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, See You Again, receives a high gold. 1572 from Dance Spectrum, Charlie's Angels, receives a gold. 1573 from Rhythm Dance Center, Landfill, receives a high gold. 1574 from Becky's Dance Studio, Love Me Like You Do, receives a high gold. 1575 from Encore Performance Company, Love Like This, receives a high gold. 1576 from Savage Dance Company, Money, receives a high gold. 1577 from Ann's PAC, Body Rock, receives a gold. 1578 from Studio 61, Renegades receives a gold. 1579 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Change is Everything receives a high gold. 1580 from Body Language, We Built Castles receives a high gold. 77 from Ann's PAC, Body Rock receives a gold. 1578 from Studio 61, Renegades receives a gold. 1579 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Change is Everything receives a high gold. 1580 from Body Language, We Built Castles receives a high gold. 1581 from Center Stage Dance Academy, Pharaoh's Money receives a high gold. 1582 from Prodigy, Strangers receives a high gold. 1583 from Center Stage, Killas receives a high gold. 1584 from Woodlands Underground, Unspoken Regrets receives a high gold. 1585 from Stars Dance Studio, Brothers receives a high gold. 1586 from Becky's Dance Studio, Masquerade receives a gold. 1587 from Dance Empire, Ain't No Other receives a high gold. 1588 from Studio J, Wind It Up receives a gold. 1589 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Get Happy receives a high gold. 1590 from Savage Dance Company, Spring Anew receives a high gold. 1591 from Rhythm Dance Center, How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful receives a high gold. 1593 from Dance Spectrum, Perth receives a gold. 1594 from Denise Wall Dance Energy, Heaven Must Have Sent You receives a judge's pick. 1595 from Company C Dance Club, Waiting receives a high gold. 1596 from Body Language, Schindler's List receives a high gold. 1597 from SB Dance, Age of Adeline receives a gold. 1598 from Step Up Dance Studio, Time to Come receives a gold. 1599 from Studio 61, Shaded receives a gold. 1600 from Warehouse Dance Complex, Holding My Breath receives a high gold. 1601 from Savage Dance Company, Footloose receives a judge's pick.
Entry number 1602 from North Shore Academy of Dance, Manicure receives a high gold. 1603 from Steps in Motion, Love You So Bad receives a high gold. 1604 from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, Landslide receives a judge's pick. 1605 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, My Head, My Shoulders receives a high gold. 1606 from Dayton Dance Conservatory, Complaint Department receives a gold. 1607 from Rhythm Dance Center, It's Brittany receives a high gold. 1609 from Dance Spectrum, Shatter Me receives a gold. 1610 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Tear receives a judge's pick. 1611 from TDO Danza, Fast Lane receives a gold. 1612 from Encore Performance Company, Head in the Clouds receives a high gold. 1613 from Savage Dance Company, Cinema Italiano receives a high gold. 1614 from Don Studio, Konichiwa receives a gold. 1615 from Bobby School of Performing Arts, Heartstrings receives a high gold. 1616 from Ann's PAC, Salvation receives a gold. 1617 from Summit Dance Shop, Improvs receives a high gold. 1618 from A2Y Dance, Your Day Will Come is a high gold. 1619 from Body Language Dance Company, Sun and Stars receives a gold. 1620 from Studio 61, Try Again receives a high gold. 1621 from Becky's Dance Studio, Bring On the Men receives a high gold. 1622 from McCalla Academy, Do Your Thing receives a gold. 1623 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Southside Anthem receives a judge's pick. 1624 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, Rock Your Body receives a high gold. 1625 from Steps in Motion, Lost It to Trying is a high gold. 1626 from Creative Edge Dance Center, The Cave receives a high gold. 1627 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Stole the Show receives a high gold. 1628 from Warehouse Dance Complex, Sharks receives a high gold. 1629 from Dayton Dance Conservatory, Everything Was Covered in Snow receives a gold. 1630 from Dance Empire, Monument receives a judge's pick. 1631 from Studio J, Crazy receives a gold. 1632 from Creative Edge Dance Center, To Be Free receives a high gold. 1633 from Central Florida Dance Center, The Others receives a high gold. 1634 from Westchester Dance Academy, Prelude receives a high gold. 1635 from Dance Spectrum, You Don't Know Me receives a gold. 1636 from Performing Dance Arts, Forgotten receives a judge's pick. 1637 from Body Language, Dog Days Are Over is a high gold. 1638 from Becky's Dance Studio, The Cult receives a high gold. 1639 from North Shore Academy, On the Wire, receives a high gold.
1640 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, The Way, receives a high gold. 1641 from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, Burn It Up, receives a high gold. 1642 from Rhythm Dance Center, Let It Go, receives a high gold. 1643 from Center Stage, Water Me, receives a high gold. 1644 from Stars Dance Studio, Then Unwanted, receives a high gold. 1646 from Dance Empire, Arabian Nights, receives a high gold. 1647 from Studio J, Oya, receives a gold. 1648 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, Grand Waltz, receives a high gold. 1649 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Elements, receives a high gold. 1650 from Savage Dance Company, Sweat, receives a high gold. 1651 from Dance Spectrum, Don't Leave Like That, receives a high gold. 1652 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Throw Some Mo, receives a high gold. 1653 from Becky's Dance Studio, Waking Up, receives a high gold. 1654 from Rhythm Dance Center, Hamilton, receives a high gold. 1655 from Body Language Dance Company, My Ghost is Holding On, receives a judge's pick. 1657 from Dancetown, Sauce, receives a high gold. 1658 from Westchester Dance Academy, The White Light, receives a high gold. 1659 from Stars Dance Studio, Hit Me, receives a high gold. 1660 from Prodigy, The Lighthouse, receives a high gold. 1661 from Savage Dance Company, Say You Love Me, receives a high gold. 1662 from North Shore Academy of Dance, Concerto Allegro, receives a gold. 1663 from Studio J, The Voices, receives a high gold. 1664 from Center Stage, The Lake, receives a high gold. 1665 from Central Florida Dance Center, Woman's Work, receives a gold. 1666 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Rack City, receives a high gold. 1667 from Dance Empire, Knocking on Heaven's Door, receives a high gold. 1668 from Rhythm Dance Center, Lacrimosa, receives a high gold. 1669 from Dance Spectrum, My Depth, receives a high gold. 1670 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Beautiful People, receives a high gold. 1670A from Dancetown, Cool, receives a high gold. 1671 from Warehouse Dance Complex, Like It Was Yesterday, receives a high gold. 1672 from Becky's Dance Studio, Deep End, receives a high gold. 1673 from Stars Dance Studio, Chicago, receives a high gold. 1674 from Savage Dance Company, Janet, receives a high gold. 1675 from Westchester Dance Academy, In the Hands of Fate, receives a judge's pick. 1676 from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, Which receives a judge's pick.
1677 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, Victor Victoria, receives a judge's pick. 1678 from Prodigy Dance and Performing Arts Center, The Closing, receives a high gold. 1679 from Studio J, Heartbreak Hotel, is a gold. 1680 from Dance Spectrum, Wonderful World, receives a high gold. 1681 from Central Florida Dance Center, Home, receives a gold. 1682 from Savage Dance Company, Freak Show, receives a high gold. 1683 from Body Language Dance Company, What's a Girl Gotta Do, receives a high gold. 1684 was from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, Gotta Hold On Me is the judge's pick. 1685 from Stars Dance Studio, Fields, receives a high gold. 1686 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Dreamer, is a high gold. 1687 from Dance Makers of Atlanta, Missy Mashup, receives a judge's pick. 1688 from Rhythm Dance Center, A Whole Rhythm World, receives a judge's pick. 1689 from Center Stage Dance Academy, This Is War, receives a high gold. 1691 from Studio J, Get It, receives a gold. 1692 from Dance Empire, Together Forever is a judge's pick. 1693 from DanceWorks Costa Rica, Tribute, receives a high gold. 1694 from Becky's Dance Studio, In the Air, receives a high gold. 1695 from Westchester Dance Academy, Parting Words is a high gold. 1696 from Studio 61, Forever Changed, Not Forgotten, receives a high gold. 1697 from Savage Dance Company, Gen Y, receives a high gold. 1698 from North Shore Academy of Dance, Hypnotic, receives a high gold. 1699 from Dance Spectrum, That's Life, receives a gold. 1700 from Dancetown, Vivir Mi Vida, receives a judge's pick. 1701 from Encore Performance Company, Mountains is a high gold. 1702 from Rhythm Dance Center, Call of the Disco Ball is a high gold. 1703 from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, The Telling receives the judge's pick. 1704 from Body Language Dance Company, Smoke and Mirrors is a high gold. 1705 from Stars Dance Studio, Roland receives a high gold. 1706 from Savage Dance Company, Smooth Criminal receives a high gold. 1707 from Dayton Dance Conservatory, Mad Hatter receives a gold. 1709 from Becky's Dance Studio, Hide and Seek is a high gold. 1710 from Studio J, 5, 6, 7, 8 receives a high gold. 1711 from Center Stage Dance Studio, Where They From receives a high gold. 1712 from Westchester Dance Academy, Velocity receives a judge's pick. 1713 from Dance Empire, Boss Squad is a judge's pick. 1714 from Steps in Motion, Woman's Work receives a high gold. 1715 from Joanne Chapman, The Six receives a judge's pick. 1716 from Prodigy Dance, Go Get It receives a judge's pick. 1717 from Rhythm Dance Center, No Strings Attached is a judge's pick. 1718 from Danceworks Costa Rica, Lift receives a high gold. 1719 from Savage Dance Company, Wolf receives a judge's pick. 1720 from Center Stage Dance Academy, I Found receives a high gold. 1721 from Encore Performance Company, Geronimo receives a high gold.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for our adjudicated awards. Who's ready for some high point awards? Let's do this. All right, we'll start with our Age Division High Point Awards and then move on to our Performance Division Awards with Danny. So we're gonna start with our teen groups. High Point teen groups, starting in 5th place High Point. We have 4 routines in 5th place High Point teen division groups, and here we go. The first routine in 5th place High Point. Give it up, everybody, for See You Again from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. 5th place High Point teen group also going to Eye of the Storm from Center Stage. 5th place High Point teen group also going to Cool from Dance Town. And rounding out 5th place High Point teen group, that goes to The White Light from Westchester Dance Academy. 4th place High Point teen group goes to I'll Hold You Down from Denise Wall Dance Energy. And that takes us to our top 3 positions, teen groups, and our cash awards. 3rd place High Point teen group and $100 cash prize goes to Tear from Center Stage Dance Studio. 2-way tie for 2nd place High Point teen group, $200 going to both routines. 2nd place High Point goes to Forgotten from Performing Dance Arts. Also 2nd place High Point, $200 going to Witch from Joanne Chapman School of Dance, which means your highest scoring teen group in 1st place, and $300 cash award goes to My Ghost Is Holding On from Body Language Dance Company. Congratulations to you guys. All right, moving on to High Point Teen Lines. We have a 2-way tie for 5th place High Point and the first award in 5th place. Teen Line, that goes to The Lighthouse from Prodigy Dance and Performing Arts Center. 5th place High Point Teen Line also awarded to We Built Castles from Body Language Dance Company. 4th place High Point Teen Line, that award goes to The Lake from Center Stage Dance Academy. 3rd place High Point Teen Line, $100 goes to Fields from Stars Dance Studio. 2nd place High Point Teen Line, and $200 goes to Monument from Dance Empire. And that brings us to 1st place overall teen line, and we have 2 routines in 1st place, both being awarded $300. 1st place High Point, the first routine is South Side Anthem from Dance Makers of Atlanta. 1st place overall teen line, and also 1st place going to In the Hands of Fate from Westchester Dance Academy. Those are your top 2 in 1st place, and that takes us to Teen Extended Line. Teen Extended Line starting in 5th. That award goes to Victor Victoria from Denise Wall Dance Energy. 2 routines in 4th place, and the first routine in 4th is Footloose from Savage Dance Company. 4th place High Point Teen Extended Line also awarded to Fight Night from Denise Wall Dance Energy. That takes us to our top 3 and our cash awards. 3rd place High Point, $100 cash award goes to Heaven Must Have Sent You from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Second place High Point Teen Extended Line, and $200 goes to Landslide from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. High Point Teen Extended Line, first place position. Here we go, 2 routines. The first award in first place and $300. That award goes to The Six from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. High Point Teen Extended Line in first, $300, and tied in first place and $300 also going to Viva Mi Vida from Dancetown. And those are your 2 highest scoring teen extended lines. Congratulations. Let's move on to teen production. 5th place High Point, we have 2 routines. 5th place High Point teen production. The first routine is Together Forever from Dance Empire. 5th place High Point teen production. 5th place High Point also going to Go Get It from Prodigy Dance and Performing Arts Center. 2 routines in 4th place teen production. The first routine in 4th, A Whole Rhythm World from Rhythm Dance Center. 4th place High Point teen production. Also in 4th place High Point, that goes to Wolf from Savage Dance Company. Top 3 teen productions, 3rd place High Point, and $100 goes to Boss Squad from Dance Empire. 3rd place High Point teen production. 2nd place High Point teen production, $200 goes to Gotta Hold On Me from Denise Wall Dance Energy. 2nd place High Point teen production. And the highest scoring teen production in first place, $300 cash award goes to The Telling from Denise Wall Dance Energy.
All right, moving on to high score by performance division. Starting with ballet, we do announce top 5 for each performance division for the teens. The 5th highest scoring ballet routine is Lacrimosa from Rhythm Dance Center. 4th high score teen ballet is Schindler's List from Body Language Dance Company. 2-way tie for the 3rd highest scoring teen ballet. 3rd highest score, $100 voucher goes to Grand Pas Don Quixote from Stars Dance Studio. Also 3rd high score, $100 voucher, Prelude from Westchester Dance Academy. 2nd high score teen ballet, and a $200 voucher goes to Grand Waltz from Denise Wall Dance Energy. And our highest scoring teen ballet routine receiving a $300 voucher is Velocity from Westchester Dance Academy. Teen Contemporary top 5, 5th high score. Teen Contemporary goes to I'll Hold You Down from Denise Wall Dance Energy. 4th high score Teen Contemporary is Landslide from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. 2 routines with the same score putting you at the 3rd highest Teen Contemporary, receiving a $100 voucher, Witch from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. Tying with Forgotten from Performing Dance Arts. Our 2nd highest scoring Teen Contemporary routine receiving a $200 voucher is My Ghost Is Holding On from Body Language Dance Company. And our absolute highest scoring teen contemporary routine receiving a $300 voucher is The Telling from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Hip hop, top 5, 5th highest scoring hip hop, Let It Go from Rhythm Dance Center. 4th high score hip hop, Rock Your Body from Denise Wall Dance Energy. 2 routines tied for the 3rd highest scoring hip hop, $100 voucher goes to Fight Night from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Also receiving the 3rd highest scoring teen hip hop is Missy Mashup from Dance Makers of Atlanta. 2-way tie for the 2nd highest scoring teen hip hop, 2nd high score teen hip hop, and a $200 voucher, The Six from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. Also 2nd high score teen hip hop is Wolf from Savage Dance Company. And our absolute highest scoring teen hip hop routine receiving a $300 voucher is Boss Squad from Dance Empire. Moving into teen jazz. 5th place goes to Call of the Disco Ball from Rhythm Dance Center. 4th high score teen jazz goes to Dreamer from Center Stage Dance Studio. 3rd high score teen jazz goes to Southside Anthem from Dance Makers of Atlanta. Also receiving 3rd teen jazz and a $100 voucher goes to Heaven Must Have Sent You from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Our 2nd highest scoring teen jazz routine receiving a $200 voucher is Go Get It from Prodigy Dance. And our highest scoring teen jazz routine receiving a $300 voucher is Gotta Hold On Me from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Teen Lyrical top 5. 5th high score teen lyrical goes to Basic Instinct from Center Stage Dance Studio. 4th high score teen lyrical is Already Gone from Savage Dance Company. 3rd high score teen lyrical and a $100 voucher is Almost See You from Stars Dance Studio. 2nd place, $200 voucher for lyrical goes to Parting Words from Westchester Dance Academy. And our highest scoring teen lyrical routine, receiving a $300 voucher, is See You Again from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. Musical theater top 5, fifth highest scoring teen musical theater routine is Finders Keepers from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. Fourth high score teen musical theater, Cool from Dancetown. Third high score teen musical theater, receiving a $100 voucher, is Hamilton from Rhythm Dance Center. Second high score teen musical theater, $200 voucher, Victor Victoria from Denise Wall Dance Energy. Which means that our highest scoring teen musical theater routine, receiving a $300 voucher, is A Whole Rhythm World from Rhythm Dance Center. Teen specialty, fifth place goes to Freak Show from Savage Dance Company. Two-way tie for the fourth highest scoring teen specialty. Fourth high score, Footloose from Savage Dance Company. Also, the fourth highest score, Monument from Dance Empire. Third high score teen specialty and a $100 voucher goes to Together Forever from Dance Empire. Second high score and a $200 voucher for teen specialty goes to Tear from Center Stage Dance Studio. Which means that our highest scoring teen specialty routine, which will receive a $300 voucher, is Vivir Mi Vida from Dancetown. Moving on to tap. Fifth high score teen tap goes to How Will I Know from Savage Dance Company. Fourth high score teen tap, As Long As You Love Me from Rhythm Dance Center. Third place high score teen tap and a $100 voucher goes to Dog Days Are Over from Body Language Dance Company. Our second highest score out of all tap routines, receiving a $200 voucher, is Smooth Criminal from Savage Dance Company. And our absolute highest scoring tap routine of the day, receiving a $300 voucher, is No Strings Attached from Rhythm Dance Center. Finishing off with teen improvisation category, second place with a $200 voucher goes to Improv All from Summit Dance Shop. And our highest scoring teen improv routine, receiving $300 voucher, goes to Improvs from Summit Dance Shop. All right, it is now time to find out which teen routines will be recompeting in our closing show.
All right, here we go. So our top scoring routines this evening, after I make these announcements, they are officially Best Performance nominees in the teen division and will recompete on our closing show. Due to a tie, we have 8 routines. So here we go in no particular order. The first routine in the teen division recompeting in the closing show, Best Performance nominee, Forgotten from Performing Dance Arts is a teen group. Best Performance nominee, also Witch from Joanne Chapman School of Dance. Also give it up everybody for A Whole Rhythm World from Rhythm Dance Center. The next routine recompeting is Viva Mi Vida from Dancetown. Also give it up, everybody, for The Telling from Denise Wall, Dance Energy, recompeting. We also have My Ghost is Holding On from Body Language Dance Company, recompeting in our closing show. Also give it up, everybody, for Boss Squad from Dance Empire. And rounding out our teen division Best Performance nominees, Wolf from Savage Dance Company. And there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for a wonderful day of competition. The teen category is the best category and the hardest category ever, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.